I spent $1,300 on a risky Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Let's find out if it was worth it. What's up, Breaker Army? I'm CardBreaker. Welcome back to another epic video. It's not every day when you're searching high and low for the most insane vintage Yu-Gi-Oh collections that you come across a lot of original first edition cards, so I just had to take the gamble. As you guys saw at that huge box, it is a very big binder. You guys know it's tough to show binders here on the channel, but we're going to do our best to see if the collection is worth it and if everything's in the condition as described. Before we dive into that massive box of what we hope is an insane vintage Yu-Gi-Oh collection, I do have these 3 unique and awesome cards I want to give away to one lucky winner. And for a chance to win, make sure you leave a like on today's video, make sure you are a subscriber, make sure you guys ring that bell. And for this particular collection, let me know if you think the $1,300 I spent was worth it. We are really hoping the gamble pays off because there are some really awesome cards in here that we're going to take a look at right now. Well, guys, I think we found our Yu-Gi-Oh! National Treasure. This thing is wrapped bomb-proof pretty much in bubble wrap, so hopefully that is a good sign. We have unwrapped the Yu-Gi-Oh! Treasure, and this is the binder. So the seller was actually on Facebook. They said they've had this collection for 15 or so years, so with binders like this, I'm always kind of skeptical because it's not obviously like the D-ring binders. They use like the regular circular shaped one, so there's possible for cards that have binder dings, but I saw a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, and the cards actually look pretty good. I'm going to try my best. This binder is way too big to show in my setup, so what I'm going to have to do is probably do the usual and like just take some cards out kind of like one by one. So let's see what we're looking at here. Hopefully everything is safely tucked away. Yes, so here we go. Actually, is it a D-ring binder? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is a D-ring binder. So let's see if I can get some of this into the camera. You guys can see we've got some really, really spicy stuff. Let's make sure I'm on the microphone. So let's get that up there. The glare is just terrible with binders, but we've got a lot of first edition stuff. Just, oh my God, like there's just so many cards in here that let me go ahead and take some of these out so I can show you guys. All right, after about 30 to 45 minutes, I finally got all the cards taken out. There were some commons and rares in the back of the binder that I just kind of left in there. There were some surprises in here. So I was going through and not everything was sleeve. There were first editions behind unlimited. There were ultimate rares mixed in with the just rares, the super. So like everything is a mystery. There's so many cards in here. I'm hoping and praying that a lot of the big ones are near mint or better. But you know, aside from that, you guys know it would not be a vintage collection without seeing the classic Sphinxes, Andro Sphinx. Oh my gosh, this is just too funny. So yeah, we see these all the time when we buy collections, but we're going to kick things off just going from the back to the front. What I did, I went through and sleeved as much as I could, and then there were some that just had multiple copies that I kind of just left them in like a singular penny sleeve if they were just like a super or something like that. So here we go. I'm not going to go through every single card's condition because as you can see, there are stacks and there's a stack to the side of me. So grab your popcorn, everybody. This one is going to be a true surprise, a true mystery to me, to you. Let's get going. We got a Skilled Dark Magician, DD Warrior Lady First Edition. So many awesome cards, guys. Like I'm blown away. I am absolutely blown away. I cannot believe a lot of this stuff was not disclosed when I was looking at the collection. So this is going to be very exciting. There's a couple copies of this. Both are unlimited. Spell Shield Type 8. Magical Hat, Sanctus 1, Mirror Wall. There were multiple copies. There could be a First Ed hiding behind there. I really don't know. There were 2 copies of the Spell Vanishing from Dark Crisis, like 6 of these Pikachu Circle Enchantment, all First Edition Supers. There were 2 of these, so I stuck those together. Or no, they were separate ones. So there's the Backup Soldier, Drop Off. I'm assuming there's, look like there's one behind there. There's a Trap Jammer First Edition, Shadow Spell, a Coffin Seller. This is a cool one. You don't see Dark Beginning or Dark Revelation 1 supers and hollows and stuff all that often. So going into another stack. Oh man, let me know, guys, at the end of this if you really think the $1,300 I spent on it was worth it. So far, just looking at the stuff as I was taking out the binder, I do think it was worth it, but really it's going to come down to the conditions. So as you can see here, there's like maybe 4 or 5 big burns in there. The one super you don't want to see from Invasion of Chaos that you always see. There's a couple tucked away in there for the barrel behind the door. Kind of funny, it's tucked away behind the door. Jar of Greed. We've got the Grave of Enkindling from Duelist Pack 2. Damage Condenser. Tragedy. A Horn of Heaven. So it kind of went backwards, like some mixed in monsters that traps, spells, I think rituals, fusions, and effect monsters and stuff like that. So unfortunately, no big first edition LOB stuff unless it's just mixed in there randomly that I completely missed. That is possible. We got a Royal Command, Assault on GHQ, Ultimate Rare, Last Turn. Absolutely love this card. Such a cool such a cool artwork. Horn of Heaven, Interdimensional Matter Transporter. Got a Divine Wrath. There's like maybe 4 mixed in with those. There's a Spellbinding Circle. Here's a first edition Spellbinding Circle. So this is our first big card. We're going to take a look at this one real quick. I did actually quickly put this into a sleeve. At like first glance, it actually looked really clean. So most of these are probably going to be like borderline near. Wow, actually this one is pretty crispy. The corner up here is like a tiny bit maybe soft. Could just be the lighting right now. But this actually, like at first glance, looks pretty good. I do think the corner has a little something going on. This was actually tucked behind the Unlimited and not in a sleeve. Like I said, most of these cards were not in sleeves. Just absolutely mind-blowing. Dust Tornado, there's a couple copies in there. Treasure Map, kind of irrelevant. Curse of Anubis, Hallowed Life Barrier, Ceasefire, Griffin Wing. Surprisingly, just one of those that I think I came across. Called the Haunted Imperial Order. There's 2 copies in there. I'm assuming maybe both first edition. Judgment of Anubis, there's a ton. Like there's a ton. I'm gonna quickly go through these just to see how many are in here. So 1, 2, oh, okay, so there's some of the random ones. And as you can see, so this is a first example that, you know, obviously it's not all going to be near mint to mint like I was hoping for. But with this collection, like, it was worth the gamble. It was definitely worth the risk. And then we've got a Hero Signal Unlimited Ultimate Rare. Going back into our stacks, we've got a first edition Magic Cylinder from Labyrinth of Nightmare, Null and Void. There's a bunch of copies in there. I don't know if they're all ultis. I'm assuming probably just the ulti, then the super behind them. Got a Pikachu Circle of Enchantment Ultimate Rare, Torrential Tribute, Magical Thorn. This is from TP5. That's actually really awesome. Well, you know, there's just so many cool cards in here. We got an Enervating Mist, another Magic Cylinder, Spirit Barrier. I'm hoping this one is clean. It's got a super dingy sleeve, so you just don't know. Metal Morph. We got a Greed, another Greed. There's a bunch of those. I kind of put those on there. Oh my God, Deck Devastation Virus. This is a big one I got to check out. So this is one of the most, actually I think it is the most expensive card from Flaming Eternity. And so far, oh my gosh, this actually appears to be pretty clean. Wow, no way. So let's look at the back. Obviously it's going to have the waxing. I see a tiny pin dot right there. So pin dots are kind of common with these older sets, not extremely common, but you know, if that's the only thing wrong with this is a pin dot and there's no creases or bends, this is literally a $400 card. Like, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Got a Mirror Force, Nightmare Wheel, Divine Wrath, one of my favorite ultimate rares. Another Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute again, Royal Decree, excuse me. Another Metal Morph. That card is expensive. Got the ulti. Here we go into some spells, I mean. We got Blackluster Soldiers, Ritual, Giant Trunade First Edition, a bunch of Fairy Meteor Crushes coming up here soon, Mask of Dispel, Scapegoat, a bunch of those tucked in there, a bunch of Soul Exchange. This is actually a First Edition copy. Lightning Vortex, here is the one that kind of stuck out to me the most from this collection, so I'm hoping, again, I hope this is near mint. I'll be very careful taking this one out. This is very expensive from Flaming Eternity. Let's see, first glance, there's like a missing like little dots right there, but that's perfectly okay. And then on the back, oh my gosh, this thing, it's clean. It does have the waxing. Like, that's very, like, Flaming Eternity, very notorious for having the waxing, so that's perfectly okay. And they almost always have, like, a tiny bit of, like, edgeware fresh out the pack, so that I'm more than okay with that. So that's insane. Like, that is definitely one that I am for sure hanging on to. For sure. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. We got a Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed. What does it do? From Dark Beginning 1, Mask of the Accursed, and another copy of Mask. One more big stack before we go into the even bigger stacks. So we've got a Confiscation First Edition from Magic Ruler, a Toon World First Ed from Magic Ruler. There's so many good cards in here, guys. So many good cards. I'm really, really hoping that they're all, you know, mostly in decent shape. As I was going through, like, I was surprised. Even the ones, like, not in sleeves were in pretty solid shape. Dark Piercing Light, I need one of those in mint condition, so hopefully it is. Black Illusion Ritual, a ton of Wild Nature's Release. Always see a ton of those. Feather the Phoenix, Tribute to the Doomed. Limiter Removal, I think we've already seen. Have we seen some of those, or are they coming up? Bunch of Mirage of Nightmare, Triangle Ecstasy Spark. There's quite a few copies of those. So, quite a few of those. We got a D-Fusion, Flute of Summoning Dragon, Sanctuary in the Sky. Card Destruction. This is cool because this is the Duel Master's Guide copy, because it's a spell card. You don't see that with the original decks that you get. Book of Life, Dedication Through Light and Darkness, couple copies of those. Reinforcements of the Army. There's a few in there. I'm assuming there might be a first edition mixed in. Reload, Amplifier, Butterfly Dagger, Elma. So many cards, guys. Oh, this Heavy Storm got, he is heavy, that's for sure. A Heavy Storm again. Skyscraper, Black Pendant, Black Pendant, Black Pendant, Black Pendant, Black Pendant. Oh, those are all first edition too. Like, that was just the run of first edition Black Pendant. finishing up the rest of the spells. We should be going into the monster cards next. Dark Room of Nightmare, Dark Room of Nightmare, Dark Room of Nightmare, a bunch of those. Painful Choice, first edition Megamorph from Magic Ruler. Pot of Avarice, Messenger of Peace. There were quite a few of these. The first edition was under the Unlimited. Oh, I cannot wait to go through all of this. A first edition Mystical Space Typhoon. I think this looked like, when I first looked at it, it looked to be near mint. But obviously I was looking at things very quickly, so it could not be very easily. Got everything from the front looks okay. Little like scuff mark there could just be dirt. That could come off pretty easily. And then the back, oh my gosh, is this was actually unsleeved in that binder. You guys saw, like, that binder has definitely been around a long time. It's been through the ringer, that's for sure, but unsleeved in that binder, and it actually appears to be pretty mint. That's insane. We got another one, another first edition. This one was not as clean when I was going through these. Double spell, another double spell, another double spell. Delinquent Duo first edition. Got a Premature Burial first edition. Power Bond. I think this, yeah, that's just the Ultra. I would have freaked out if that was the ultimate rare. Creature Swap, Megamorph again. Raigeki. Dimension Fusion. Let's see if I can get a couple of these going. Yeah, there we go. Enemy Controller. Cost down. First edition Snatch Steal. That card is money. Card is always expensive because of the recent unbanment of it. This might be a glossy Monster Reborn. That's going to be insane. I've never found a glossy Magic Ruler, or excuse me, a glossy Legend of Blue Eyes card before that was actually in good condition. This was actually unsleeved in front of the supers. Like, oh my god, killing me. So this, the seller obviously had a bunch of cards. We got a Flint here, the one you do not want to see from Rise of Destiny. Seller had a bunch of cards. They did a fairly decent job of protecting them. I wish they used a different binder, just because like these old school, like even the D-ring ones, when they're not like properly used, they have the chances at like bending cards. So I'm hoping that's not the case with these. Keeping this going, should be finishing up the spells and everything here soon, going into the rituals and fusion monsters. Got a first ed Ectoplasma from Soul the Duelist. This is a TP6 Fusion Sage. More ulties. Yeah, there's just so many cards, guys. Brain Control. I'm hoping one of those are clinks. I think I still need a Brain Control for Lost Millennium. Mage Power. So here we go, getting into the ritual monsters now. Darkmask the Zork from Dark Crisis. Relinquished, a Reshif. Going into the fusion monsters. Not very many of these in this collection. Ryu Senshi, XZs, YZ, XYZ, XY. Got them all. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Thousand Eyes Restrict. There's a couple copies in there. Maybe there's a first ed hiding under there. Elemental Flame Wingman, King Dragon. We got the Cyber Twin, Elemental Hero, Thunder Giant. I am curious if there's an ulti behind these. I forgot to look when I was going through. No, so there's two of the Ultras. One's unlimited, unfortunately, and then just a rare behind it. Could you imagine just going through these and then like boom, all of a sudden there's a first edition ultimate rare Thunder Giant just hiding back there waiting to be revealed after all these years. All right, we got a Beast Skull Dragon from Meta Raiders, the Dark Blade, the Dragon Knight, one of my favorite ultimate rares, and of course my guy Dark Flare Knight, my favorite card of all time. Ojama King. Hopefully that one's actually really clean as well, because I do need one of those. Flame Swordsman, Gatling Dragon, Last Warrior from Another Planet. This card is so nostalgic, so cool. Got another one of those. This is from DB2 though. Dark Paladin from DMG. We got the Elemental Hero Steam Healer. Thousand Dragon, the Guy of the Dragon Champion. Multiple copies in there. Imagine if there's a first edition in there. I don't think there is, but you know, there is that chance. Fiend Skull, Misere Deville, Gearfried, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Obnoxious, another Blue Eyes Fusion, put that in there. DDS Assailant, Luster Dragon, Vampire Lord, a ton of those. There's a ton. And then a special edition of Horus level 8. What are your thoughts so far as we work through this collection? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think we're going to make our money back? Do you think we're going to profit? Do you think there's a lot of really good cards, bad cards? Let me know your thoughts. And we're getting into some of the bigger ones here towards the end. So here we go. Parasite, Summon Skull, Insect Queen, Celtic Guardian, Skilled. We got the Mystical Elf. Fire Princess, love that card. It always looks so cool. Tribe Infecting Virus, the card is always expensive. Hellpohammer, we got the Lord of D. Of course, we've got the Lord of D. It would not be a classic collection without seeing the classic deck cards. So like obviously SDK, SDY. We got Big Core, Orca Mega Fortress of Darkness, Emissary of the Afterlife, a couple of those. Red Eyes Darkness, we've got Skilled White Magician, Penumbral Soldier Lady. There might be an ulti hiding behind these, because I didn't actually take these out. Kind of curious. Let's see. Is there an ulti? There is. Come on, come out. Nope, no ulti. Just a bunch of supers. That card's like not even super expensive in an ulti either. It's such a shame. Such a shame. It's such a pointless card though. Breaker, Buster Blader, Garnecia, DD Scalpling, quite a few of those, and a Grandmarg, the Rock Monarch. Oh my god, guys. Again, there's just so many cards. We're going into the last massive stack that's up here. We're going to start just like working our way down from here. And there's a lot of really, really nice cards we're going to take our time to fully inspect. Kazajin, Blazing Butterfly, X-Head Cannon, Revival Jam, Ultimate Insect copies, more Big Core Gold, different Dimension Dragon, of course. Chaos Rider Gustav, Stone Statue, Terror King. We've got the Mudora, Berserker, Needleburrower. So a lot of Ancient Sanctuary, a lot of Dark Crisis in here, a lot of everything. Banisher, 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 Blast Magician. We got Luster Dragon, a Legacy Hunter. Invader, first edition copy of that one. We've got some Exodia pieces coming up. Left leg, right arm, left arm. And then here's what's really cool. This is pretty neat. I've never actually seen one of these in person. This is a DDS Exodia, the Forbidden one. Hopefully this one is near mint to mint. It looks like, when I was looking at it through the sleeve, it looks like it's got some warping, which is kind of normal. Like, obviously it's got a little bit of warp. It doesn't look like bent, though. So we're obviously going to have to inspect this afterwards. Let's see. Oh, it does have a binder ding. That's why I hate these binders. So that, like, immediately puts it down to, like... usually binder dings, I put them at, like, moderately played. Some people do, like... Some people do worse. Some people do, you know, less. They'll do, like, lightly played. So it kind of just depends, because the card is... Like, there's nothing wrong with the card. It just has that binder ding. But maybe, you know, you can actually kind of get binder dings out of cards. Oh, first edition Exodia Necros. I didn't even realize that was first edition. But the binder dings aren't completely irreversible. If you, like, get the card with enough, like, moisture in it, you can kind of flatten it out. So I'm going to try that and just, you know, kind of test my luck and see if we can get lucky with that one. We are getting close to the end. Hopefully you guys are still with me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this collection. Hopefully you guys haven't skipped through the rest of it, because there's just been so much good stuff in here. So many amazing cards. And obviously a lot of this will be, I'm not keeping it all. A lot of this will be put into mystery packs given the conditions are good. And then obviously a lot of it I will be selling as well. Toon Summon Skull first edition. Where is Small Soldier Imogen? Hopefully you're going to try and want to grab that one. Skull Archfiend of Lightning, Blowback Dragon, Fiber Jar. My face is really red all of a sudden. Maybe it's because I'm just like so amped up and excited with this collection. Got a Horus, a Toon Mermaid, first edition, a first edition ulti of Horus level 4. Imagine if there was a level 8 and a level 6 in here ulti. That'd be mind-blowing. Like, this collection is already insane. You know, obviously not everything is going to be mint. Imagine if all this was mint and it was properly stored. Like, that would just be ridiculous. Especially paying, you know, what I paid for it. I do think, like, even at the amount I paid, I do think that it's for sure worth it. It's not cheap. Obviously, it's still a lot of money. Oh, look what was sneaking through. We got another Thinian. He had to show himself. Did not get enough recognition. But Guardian Sphinx, you know, we're about half of a stack left. We got, oh, that's an EN print. That's pretty cool. EN print Barrel Dragon. First edition Angel Joan, Armed Dragon, Siriaryu. This, I don't think I saw a Salamandra in there. Could be wrong. Oh, here's a nice one. Chaos Emperor Dragon, first edition from Invasion of Chaos. I'm going to assume this might have some issues. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, it's around like MP to heavily... yeah, I'd put that like heavily played just because it does have that crease there in the back. So that's unfortunate. I'm really hoping that's not the case with some of the other cards that are coming up, because that was part of the reason why I got this collection. Fairy King, Metal Zoa. Those are always really nice promos to see. Another Breaker, Gemini Elf, Zoa. Livia Dragon, Makiura, Alpha, Gamma, and Beta. Would not be a classic collection without seeing those. So let's see if we can do one more speed run and get through the rest of this collection. Here we go. We got King of the Swamp, Vampire Lord, Green Kappa. There's a few in there. Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Oh, please be clean. Please, 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 please. I will freak out if it is. Let's see. All right, so I definitely see some dirt on it. Let's see if there's any bends or creases. You'll really be able to see. Oh my god, there's a little tiny dent on there. So again, oh, and there's like some like little tiny crinkles up there. It's not like quite damaged, I would say. But I would for sure put this, you know, at least moderately played to heavily played. That's unfortunate. So, you know, I'm going to go through everything and just, you know, if I can reach out to the seller and be like, hey, dude, like these cards definitely were not as clean as you said they were. So we're going to have to work out something. Blue Eye Shining Dragon, Millennium Shield, Toon Goblin Attack Force, Sengenjin. I do actually see a little tiny crease up there. Big Shield Gardna, Go for the Lightning, Morphing Jar from TP4. This one, I think, like, if this is near mint, this is like a $200 card, maybe, give or take. So let's check this out. Oh, okay, wait a minute. We might be in luck. Here's where it's going to show us. On the back, actually, that's not bad. I don't think I see anything wrong with it. Obviously, you guys, you know, gotta let me know. This actually looks to be pretty clean. Maybe we got lucky with that one. Maybe we got lucky. Oh my god, sleeve, come off. So maybe we got lucky with that one. That would be huge. There's some other big cards coming up. So, again, I'm staying on my toes because this is just insane. We got a Master Monk, Behemoth, Master Monk again, Luster Dragon, Wind Karibo, Sangha, Karibo, Amazoness Chainmaster, and a Luminous Soldier. This is one more. This is the Ultra from TP5. Not that it's super expensive, but it is a TP5 Ultra, guys. They are very tough to pull. So front looks good, and the back actually isn't bad. This is actually pretty solid. So we're doing okay. We're definitely not doing as well as I was hoping for. You know, it's always a gamble, always a risk with collections like this because you truly like never know. But I think we're doing good so far. Down to the last stack, as you guys can see here, I've got these in my hand, and that's what there's to my side. So here we go. Grand Marg, the Rock Monarch, first edition, Ultimate Rare, Dark Magician from the second version of BPT. Mega Rock, another Dark Magician. Gearfried, the Swordmaster, one of my favorite Ultimate Rares. I love this card, love that art. Big Core, oh my god, Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Here's another really big one, guys. Here's another very, very big, expensive card from Flaming Eternity. And I can already see a tiny little nick right there on the corner. But even then, that wouldn't, like, you put it around like LP. Yeah, that's not bad. So maybe it could just be the lighting too. Like on the back, I see the waxing. Like it's notorious. Like Flaming Eternity is gonna have the waxing on the back. So don't, like, if you guys come across these cards, don't freak out if you see the waxing, because like fresh out the pack, it's gonna have the waxing. And it's not like a huge condition flaw. Obviously people will have different opinions on it. I'm not too pressed about it, but you know, it is what it is. We got a Creator Ultimate Rare, Mobius, the Frost Monarch. Are there two in there, or is there an ulti and a super behind it? Let's see real quick. That would be insane if there's two ultis. No, so it's one ulti and then a super behind it, but still, like, Mobius is a very, 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 very nice Ultimate Rare. We got the Ultimate Insect level 3 ulti, Armed Dragon level 5, Blue Eyes White Dragon SDK, two of those, Ultimate Insect. We got Charcoal and Patchy, the Fossiler, Perfect Machine King, Injection Fair Lily, another one of these. Mystic Swordsman, Jinzo, this is reverse secret rare, that is very cool, and a Penguin Soldier. So we're down to the last stack, guys, and there's some bangers in here. So let's go. We've got another Ejection Fairy Lily, Mystic Swordsman level 2, Lava Golem first edition that time. Might be two in there. Cryo Sphinx, A-Team, we got Dark Mimic, Blue Eyes, Toon Dragon. Here was the main reason I bought this collection. The absolute main reason I bought it. So, whew, let's take this out. Be very, very careful. I'm trying to, like, not even hold it tightly at all. So let's look at that secret rare, guys. Check that out. That is stunning. So let's check out the back. Very careful, because this is like a $300 card, raw. And it actually looks pretty good. I'm obviously going to have to look at this under, like, different lighting, fully, like, inspect it. But this could be potentially grade worthy. I'm not banking on it just because of the nature of this particular collection and how everything else has been. So again, not going to bank on it, but it is possible that that might be one of, like, the best cards in the collection. Obviously, like, even if in, like, LP condition, it's still like over 150 bucks. Vampire Lord, we got Dekoichi, End of Anubis, quite a few copies in there. Another Jinzo, this time it's BPT. Serpent Knight Dragon, Mazera, a Yatagarasu, and an Invader of Darkness. Let's check out this Yata real quick before we finish this off. Let's see, I think this one, when I first saw it, it had, like, a very slight, like, warp to it. Maybe it's a bend. Yeah, it's definitely, like, a little bit of a bend. That is possible to get out, so it kind of just depends on how significant it is, but it's obviously got some, like, scuffs and stuff in there in the back. So regardless, I would put that one at least at, like, moderately played, but it looks to be, like, a heavy bleeder as well. It's kind of hard to tell and capture with this particular camera and lighting right now, but oh my god, that was weird. As of the time of recording, we're over an hour of recording. Obviously, the video is not going to be that long, but what a collection this was. Let me know if you think the gamble of $1,300 was worth it. I do really think it was. It was fun regardless just to see all these cards. I love nostalgic vintage collections, so let me know your opinion and what you guys want to see next. I do have to give a massive shout out to my channel members: Rare Hunter X, Sargoni666, K-Dragon, Mark Donnelly, Cody Slater, Attention Duelist, Josh Evans, Michael P. Sutton, Lazy Dane, Drew E., Evan Rudolph, Allison Snell, Will Breaks TCG, Ram22, Roland Pryor, TJ Flesner, Austin and Kayla, Capiba, and Asa Gilmartin. Thank you all for supporting the channel. I do hope you have a nice day. Hope you have a nice night. I will see you guys in the next one. This is CardBreaker. I'm out.